People might say, well, you could put this down, in fact, to the line of, is this really simply cooking the books? We're talking, of course, about businesses that are really crumbling over here in the United Kingdom. And I'm sure it's the same in your part of the world, bad business, bad decisions, bad management, you name it. And it's fascinating to see exactly how some of these bigger businesses think they're going to climb back and get you and I to go back in there, forgetting, of course, there's one real major problem. It all stems with money. But can this particular person turn it all around? Let me explain. Hi, good to see you. Thank you so much for your time today. Nice to have your company. I know. I don't know about you. Yes, I am waving. Don't worry. Yes, I know. You're telling me off. I can see. Yes. Oh, I can see. I know. Be nice if you put a bit of lippy on. Yes. Sure. I've made an effort. I might only be dressed to here, but I've made an effort. You imagine. I know, I told you this before. Do you remember the advent of the video phones in the 80s? Everybody was panicking, weren't they? Because they thought, oh goodness, if people could actually see you. And now everything's online, isn't it? Yes, of course. Well, we have to be, don't we? Well, not all of us, of course. Well, just us, our chums. The rest of them are not bothered, are we? Yeah, absolutely. But I wanted to share this story because, this particular brand over here at the United Kingdom, John Lewis, right, had the worst performing thing ever. For the first time, the shareholders and the partners didn't get a bonus, the staff lost out, you name it. All down to this particular woman, Sharon White, Dame Sharon White. Profile of many things on the BBC, as you'd expect. But what was interesting was she clearly had no idea how to run this particular company. But she ploughed ahead with, rainbow walks and, banners and wokery and pronouns and all that stuff and nonsense that literally drove the staff away. Now, if you go in Waitrose and John Lewis, you'll find that part of the reason why you're driven away is the staff themselves. You're a hindrance. Have you noticed that when you go in? Oh, they're all busy on their headsets chatting to each other. If you want to know where the butter is or where have they moved the tomatoes, it's a and you think, oh, sorry, I'm sorry for being, doing your job. And I'm not knocking all retail staff, but particularly in that brand, I've noticed that a bunch of kids that have no manners, they're not schooled in how to deal with customers. But now, following the mega collapse of profits, they've decided that this man, that's right, Jamie Oliver, is going to be the saviour of their flagship store on Oxford Street. Now, it's a massive store and apparently they're going to redo the beauty area, right? And then, of course, they're going to refurbish the store. Wonderful. And then the biggest thing they're apparently unveiling are going to be in-store cookery lessons with Jamie. Now, hasn't this all been done before? For those that remember the brilliant Fanny Craddock? Yes, remember her from years ago, yes. Now what's fascinating is they believe that this will bring people in, buy the products, you'll get to meet them, books, all that sort of stuff. Rubbish. What brings people in are basically good service, good produce and very, very reasonable prices. Not necessarily the cheapest, but if you get the best sort of quality of fruit or vegetable and stuff like that, people will keep coming back. These people that are running businesses now, they have no idea. And, they think, oh, just bring a celebrity in, like we told you the other day with Greggs, the pasty makers, they've put their prices up 100% over the last year, but now they can afford to splash out on Nigella Lawson for a six-figure sum because you're stupid enough apparently to keep on buying the sausage roll. That's getting smaller, should I say, in shrinkage, but you'll just pay, you see. And this is now the problem for John Lewis. I will predict that this will be a huge disaster, and this is not an attack on Jamie Oliver. He is not the saviour. His books are in decline, and so are, of course, allegedly his TV ratings. That is when people move on. He's been around now 25 years. People want something fresh. So if John Lewis truly believed that you and I will dart back in to have cookery lessons from a multimillionaire in a store, well, will you? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.